come on in. You're just in time to see the Barbie's Heroes and Reclaim exhibit using only recycled materials. Now, I actually have to go and start setting up for our Trash and Fashion Live Runway show, which will be Saturday, April 10th. But Molly is inside and she can show you around. Enjoy.
Hi, so let's start our gallery tour. We're gonna start off with number 1, and I think you might recognize her from January. This is Amanda Gorman. Amanda Gorman is the 2021 inaugural poet. Fantastic use of material. I love the podium. I love the felting that was used for her coat. And there's a beautiful little sneak peek of her speech right inside of the podium. Amanda is a great start to our heroes. Bringing up the second doll that we have displayed in our heroes section over here is, you might notice, the notorious RBG, Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Very popular, very inspirational. I love the backdrop that came with RBG. And many quotes, many inspirational quotes. Next one, over into our hero section, you'll see number 2. This is called Nurses Are Heroes. And the artist, actually, Paula Marie Pang, this cute little detail here in the lights, because the nurses are the heroes, absolutely, is her name. So a lot of detail went into the nurses, including the mask, the double mask, the lights, everything, even probably the very tired eyes.
Hello, my name is Greta Hinckley. I live in Sonoma, California, and it's 2021, and for Trash and Fashion Barbies, I was doing the hero section. My hero is Katherine Johnson, and she helped do pretty much all of the calculations for the first rocket, the first successful rocket to launch into space. She also helped put information into computers. What I used was a black Barbie doll, a few paper towels, tape, lots of tape, and a hair bottle, like cap, a clear cap for hairspray. Oh wait, I did use cardboard. I used cardboard for a rocket.
Did you enjoy doing it, Greta?
It was so fun.
Well, thank you, Greta, for participating.
Anytime. Literally, I will do this every week if I have
to. Thank you. 2022. Woohoo! So right here, this is our number 3 doll in our hero section, and this is Marsha P. Johnson. She was a performer and gay rights and AIDS activist, especially crucial in the Stonewall era. There's a great film on Netflix about her, and this is a wonderful display. This doll, the P actually stands in her middle name for Pay It No Mind. She gave that to herself. And this is a wonderful doll. It's just got such a sweet face. The doll's actually an original from 1968, I believe, with original hair. And she was known for her wonderful yellow dress and flowers that she wore in her hair. Right in this genius little box of a TV, number 19. And this is Walter Cronkite. Brilliant. And that's the way it is. Next, we're going to go to the next 6 dolls, 11 through 16, of the Rainbow Collection, designed by artist Rachel Hunley. Rachel's going to share a little bit about her inspiration. Take it away, Rachel.
First, I want to thank the Community Center and Eric Jackson and his team for all of their hard work, for bringing us this beautiful tradition every year, even in the midst of a pandemic. My collection I call Rainbow of Trailblazers, and was based on 6 real-life figures who were members of the LGBTQ+ community, who lived incredible lives, who fought injustice, and helped pave the path that we're still on for equality and equity. My collection is based on the concept of a rainbow, which started in large part in this painting that I did back in January of last year in honor of my friend Tara, a transgender woman who unfortunately died by suicide. I didn't realize it until I started working on this project, but I use a lot of rainbows in the art that I do. And when I looked back, this was the first piece that I had done, which I had done in her memory. And ever since then, rainbows have just been a big part of a lot of the art that I do. So I knew I wanted to start with the idea of the rainbow, and I basically just worked backwards. I decided I was going to do 6 dolls based on each of the primary and secondary colors, and that each of them would be based on the life and persona of a historic figure. First, we have Josephine Baker, a jazz-age singer who was an African-American who moved to France and became famous there. She ended up being a French citizen, even served as a spy during World War II, and then when she would come back to the United States to perform, she refused to perform at segregated venues, and she gave lectures and wrote essays against desegregation. Next, we have Billie Jean King. Billie Jean, we all know her. She's actually the only figure I picked who's still alive. She was a tennis phenomenon and made great strides for women's sports. And even after that, has fought for human rights and was also involved in the AIDS epidemic and did great work there. Next, we have Marsha P. Johnson. Marsha was a pivotal figure in the Stonewall Riots movement. She was there when it started. She was a self-identified drag queen, also a transgender woman who started an organization called STAR that supported transgender youth at that time. Next, we have Gilbert Baker. Gilbert Baker, we all know from the flag that he created at the bequest of his friend Harvey Milk, who wanted a symbol for the first, what is now the Pride Parade in San Francisco, and just a symbol that really embodied the gay rights movement. And so Gilbert put his new sewing skills together, also known as the Gay Betsy Ross, and sewed the first pride flag. Next, we have Bayard Rustin. Bayard was a pivotal figure in the civil rights movement, and the only reason that we don't readily know his name is because he was an openly gay man at the time. He was a close advisor to Martin Luther King Jr. He's considered the chief organizer to the 1963 March on Washington. He is someone that we should know about, and he had to stay in the shadows because he was considered a liability to the movement, and they had tried to even use his sexuality against the movement. Last, we have Dr. Alan Hart, who was a physician born in the late 1800s, who was born as a female, but after college had transitioned to living his life as a man, and in fact is considered one of the first persons in the United States that was born female to undergo a sex change, which at the time was a hysterectomy, and live his life fully as a man. Dr. Hart is well known for the research he did in the areas of tuberculosis and radiology, and is still considered a pivotal figure in those areas. I hope you enjoy my exhibit.
Thank you, Rachel, for sharing that with us. I'm going to introduce you to our next doll, also a hero. This is number 4, and this is Elliot Page, designed by Alyssa Condor. So cute. I love it. Elliot Page is transgender actor. These are materials from gauze, leftover boxers, clean of course. And my favorite part is these little peanut packing shoes. Aren't they adorable? He has a really sweet face. Coming on over, the source of inspiration, a lot of inspiration, I think for many, is number 8, and this is Amanda Gorman. And this is Amanda Gorman that was designed by Jane Jost. So you can see she was very inspirational to all. What I love especially about this treatment to the doll is the details of her hair, her braided hair. I think that's just a wonderful job. Okay, let's visit our next hero. The next hero here, number 5 in our hero category, is Amelia Earhart, aviatrix. I think we're familiar, the first woman that has flown in the skies. This is a really great piece. I like all the details, the egg packaging treatment, right up to her face that has old lace used as a scarf. Amelia Earhart. All right, next one we have over here is number 20. This is Burt Reynolds. Burt Reynolds is in the hero category, I guess you could say. This is an inspiration from the Cosmopolitan Man centerfold in the 70s. Quite a different time. Burt itself is placed on an old stuffed bear, and he is actually a recycled cake topper that came through Recology. The hair is actually hair from another Barbie, and a couple of leftover trinkets take up the teeth. Okay, let's jump on up here. This is designed by Janine Briggs, a wonderful artist in her right. It's called A Small World After All. Very witchy lady, but this I think is super brilliant. I think that's an old cake topper. You squeeze the frosting out of, and she actually sits on a real rock. Great use of beads, really well made. So over here we have Walk on the Wild Side. This is one installation piece, and it is number 43 and 44 online. Not only is this a piece of great local thistles from Sonoma Valley, but these 2 dolls were made by Mariana and Thaliana Garcia. And the project coordinator was Kathleen Udice. Kathleen is a mentor of the Sonoma Valley Mentoring Alliance nonprofit in Sonoma. And they have done this several years in the past. Wonderful co-project.
Hello, my name is Sister Yanita Let Go, and I'm with the Russian River Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence. And we were recently contacted by the Sonoma Community Center and asked if we would help with their fundraiser, Trash and Fashion. And of course we said yes, we would be delighted to help. And so they asked if we could decorate some Barbies. Well, as luck would have it, I had one in storage that was waiting for a new home and a new place in life. So I got her out, I thought about it, and I thought, I'm going to make her look like a sister. So as I read through the instructions, one of the instructions was no glitter. Well, you can't do a sister without glitter. There's just no way around that. So I began to think about it. What am I going to do with her? And I came up with this lovely idea. I live out in the Redwoods in Guerneville, and I thought, why don't I do a Barbie in nature? And so I got to work. I created a whole new dress for her. It wasn't quite enough, so I took a lighter to it and added a little bit more flair and design to her. And then I began to run around the neighborhood and pick up all kinds of things that had fallen from trees and bushes to add to her. I worked on her, and I gave her some big hair and some wild dress and all kinds of fun things that I added to her. You gotta check her out. Barbie in Nature. Support Sonoma Community Center and their function Fashion Trashin'. We're so glad that we were able to help. And as the sisters say, we love you and there's not a darn thing you can do about it.
Great. Come on over. We're going to start next half of the show, some very inspirational dolls. This doll is called Rags to Riches, and it's number 25 on the online auction. Beautiful kind of Cinderella story within itself. Recycled cheesecloth, as well as tulle, tells a story on its own. Designed by Veronica Madsen. Stepping on over here, number 34, we have Blooming Spring Beauty, designed by Deborah Harris. This is such a sweet doll. This is all coffee filters that were colored and designed, as well as like a lace treatment for the top. If you look closely at this hat, this is also just wonderful colors that design coffee filters that make up the hat, as well as her parasol and boots. Actually, she's got little shoes that are made out of lace, and a really clever way for the heel was using bamboo skewers.
Hi everyone. Hi, it's Jen from Singapore. I wish I could be with you right now, but I can't. I'm halfway across the world. But nonetheless, hi from sunny Singapore. What can I tell you about myself? Well, as you can see, I've got one of the world's largest doll collections. I've got 12,000 Barbie dolls. It's actually the largest collection in Asia, possibly the second largest in the world. It's in the Asia Book of Records. But today's really not so much about the collection. Today's more about the craft behind upcycling fashion on dolls. I'm very excited to be part of this because I've never really even been there where you guys are. But you know what? I did write a book. I've written a book called Flushable Fashion. And as you can probably tell, it's about dolls, but dressed in toilet paper. Yeah. Yeah, so you can see like these dresses are actually made entirely of toilet paper. And I guess that's really what qualified me, I guess, to take part in this fashion show that you guys are holding. So if I were to tell you about my doll is well, dressed in toilet paper because that's very much what I do. It is upcycled. It's not used toilet paper, just to be clear about that. But while I usually do use tissue paper to make my doll dresses, a lot of other materials have inspired me. So I've made dresses out of like Christmas wrapper, birthday wrapper. I've made dresses out of a salad, out of orange peel. I used to travel a lot for business as well as for myself. And one night when I was really bored on a business trip in Sri Lanka, I had my travel doll with me and I made a dress out of hotel toilet paper on the first night. I Instagrammed it and my friends were like, oh my God, this is so cool. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do this once a night for the next 14 nights. I was there for 14 nights. and every night I would make a new dress on my travel doll. I only had one doll with me, so every night I had to photograph the doll and throw away the dress, which is actually what gave me the inspiration for flushable fashion, because I literally flushed the dress. And right now, every time I travel, I still do make dolls out of hotel toilet paper. So I've even got like one here. I mean, this is one I made right here at home, made of tissue paper, not so much toilet paper. But you can see it just kind of keeps me entertained, and it keeps me amused, and constantly gives me new forms of inspiration. So what I really like about what you guys are doing is that you've got individual one-of-a-kind dolls, which are made by artists. And every doll probably is a reflection of what the artist loves, what was inspiring to the artist. And I think that's something really unique, because you can probably see that each doll is completely different, and each doll takes inspiration from something completely different. So to me, that's really unique. I wish I was there to see it, but unfortunately I'm stuck here. All right, guys, it was nice to speak to you, and have fun at this fashion show, and I hope to see you guys soon.
Our next doll is called Our Lady of Planetary Possibilities, designed by Rose Byrne. She is number 17. She is also submitted as the hero category. Fantastic. All of these orbs and paper and netting tell a really wonderful story. Our Lady of Planetary Possibilities actually has a storyline going on in our gallery, inspired from Adelaide Lena. She actually submitted this. She's a 7-year-old girl, designer of this wonderful little piece called, I think it's Sonoma Rising. And she designed all this, comes from New York, and she was very inspired on her trip when she came to visit Sonoma a couple years ago. Just pure joy. Next, we have Trust Your Life. This is number 30, designed by Tasha Dredgenson. And Tasha submits this with the golden horse. And it really is just look at your life, trusting it. Where will it go? You can tell by the blindfold in her face, the trust between her and the horse, and really how much it represents. I love that this is an old potato bag. Simple and effective. Next, we have, this might be familiar to those that love Marvel Comics. These are a couple of our hero categories. Number 21 is Deadpool, designed by Emma Diaz. She also designed Elektra, who is also in Deadpool. And these are separate dolls in the auction. However, how can you not love the storyline here? Next one we have is a very playful and fun title called Key to My Heart, and it's designed by Kathy Ratsky. Kathy Ratsky is one of the Russian River's Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence, and this one is just so fun. Not only do I love her hair, but look at all the keys, the bodice that was designed by the keys, and mask included. Well, this is a beautiful piece that was submitted as well by artist Tasha Dredgenson. This is number 23, the last of our heroes category. A beautiful epic doll. This is all left over from a wedding gown. This lovely lady over here is Sister Tootie Tutu Too Sweet. And this was by Sister Yanita Let Go, who we saw earlier, of the Russian River Sister of Perpetual Indulgence. It's a beautiful dress. It also comes with cellophane. The dress is adorned with recycled fake flowers. She is ready for her close-up. What I find especially amazing is these beautiful fake eyelashes. Sister Tootie Too Sweet. All right, this fun guy here who's showing off his muscles, number 38, is Candy Surfer. And Candy Surfer was done by artist Mercedes Morales, and this is our youngest age submission. Mercedes is 2.5, and I have to say, this is a fun piece right here. All candy wrappers. I wonder if Mercedes got to eat them. Right back there, we have number 36 in our candy theme is Gaga for Oreos, designed by artist Terry Clay. It is Lady Gaga Oreo packaging, Oreos that should not be eaten, a bubble wrap mailer, kiss wrappers, and a shamrock doily. I love her hat, and I love her gown and the shape of it. All right, this fantastic piece right here is Denim Patchwork Barbie, submitted by artist Kamira Johnson, our future teacher here, wonderful artist who has four submissions.
Hello, my name is Kamara Johnson. I'm from Pine Bluff, Arkansas. Denim Patchwork Barbie was actually something that I drew when I was a kid, and I just kind of wanted to try out in doll form. So that was something that I kind of said I'm going to grow up and make one day. So I finally did it, and I think that using container lids and food containers was actually a great idea to just bring that out.
Okay, our next submission is number 40, and this is another fun design by the Russian River Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence, and I think it speaks for itself. It's Barbie Pringles. Number 41 is Barbie for President, designed by artist Terry Clay. It's an empty Pliny for President beer can, scrap tool, blue bows, and old decorations and a bracelet. Go Barbie! Glad you voted. Another submission for the hero category is number 18, designed by artist Ellen McBride. They watched a ton of movies during the past pandemic, included our broken CD, a damaged golden tray, jewelries, used photo, and colored paper. It tells a great story all on its very own. So next we have number 26 and 27. This is submitted by artist Kamira Johnson. It's Museum Storefront Barbie Sugar and Spice, and they come with one complete set. This is one piece. And I'm gonna let Kamira launch in a little bit more details.
I wanted to make the Museum Storefront Barbie similar, but also different, but unique. For example, the hair on Museum Storefront Barbie Sugar, she has a ring crown, and I wanted to accentuate the locks in a ring crown method, and that was very important to me to do that in doll format. The next thing that I wanted to do was very much accentuate the other Barbie museum storefront, Barbie Spice, and I added wigs to her hair. So I wanted to show how beautiful and unique wigs are, but I also wanted to do my own version of the Rugrats doll, Cynthia. So that was very important to me as well.
Number 16 is a hero in our hero category, and this is Lucy Cosmos, Otherworldly Superhero. This was submitted by Anika Wood, who is from ArtQuest High School, and she's fabulous. She is made with dryer sheets, bubble insulation, lost beads, and she really looks like she's ready for takeoff, or she should be flying. Number 16. Okay, number 48, we have Crone Ken with his bedazzled Jeep. This is another fabulous entry and story from artist Kamira Johnson.
The inspiration behind Crown Ken actually derives from my grandfather and his physical features. His beard is actually really big like that. Just the weight of his turban, and I love the fact that I incorporated the wardrobe and the pieces that I wanted to incorporate just to represent him. And the bedazzled Jeep took a while to create because it was a process of painting and actually watching the paint dry and adding jewels and adding pearls and anything else in between that I wanted to add. And I just wanted it to just pop, on an extra level with the Crown Ken doll.
This is Victoria Brooches, and she's our final Russian Rivers Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence. She is number 49, and wow, that is somebody's fabulous brooch collection that they donated just for Barbie's rescued heroes. So wonderful. And we tend to think that this doll might be an original Elizabeth Taylor made doll due to the lavender eyes, but open for discussion. Number 55, the title is Swedish Fish by artist Justine Filippello. And what I love about this is its artistic expression. Not every doll needs to be represented, but really just an expression of the artists and their interpretation. It's made out of sweet potato bags, rubber bands, a tin sushi container, floss, and a plastic mesh bag and bubble wrap. And what a superb way of recycling, really, for art. Our next one is brought to you, it's number 37. This is Wild King, and Wild King is made by Bentley Morales. He's age 4, and he is ready. He's made from a soup packet, candy packets. He has a plastic fork, ready for battle. Metallic pipe cleaners. What a great interpretation from any age. So also going into battle, we have Joan of Arc, AKA titled Joni and Her Pony. Joni and Her Pony is an amazing submission coming all the way from Florida by artist Anne Friend. She is number 6 in our Heroes category. And this is fantastic, all the work that went into this. It is amazing use. It's made out of a shelf liner, tin pie pans, a reclaimed pillow with fringe, a sword toothpick, excellent, and a fleur de lis bandana. Oh, and it looks like it's got a sink drain strainer in there as well. Wow. She comes with the horse. So right back here is Wonder Crystal. She may look giant to all of our other dolls. She is a doll that's recycled, but she is about 17 inches tall. And she also comes from the wonderful Morales family, and she was designed by Harley Morales. He is age 5. Once again, ready for battle with her fork. She is also equipped and made out of a soup container wrapping paper, metallic pipe cleaners, and she has a shield that is a plastic container. In this fantastic battle scene that was curated by Chris Weller, we could not help but Joni and her pony and everybody is going into battle with sushi a la carte. And sushi a la carte, aka sushi roll, was designed by artist Lauren Brenner, open art by Lauren Brenner. The materials here is a recycled doll, small doll, bound seashells such as crab claws, sea urchins, old sushi-shaped erasers, an old plastic rolling cart, and recycled doll hair and jewelry parts. And I might add that the wonderful Lauren Brenner, who also will sell online to us, designed this beautiful necklace. So she really does work in Barbie and sustainable art. So she is number 55 on our online auction. Okay, number 54. The second entry that was by Justine Filippello is White Rabbit. And it is a foam shoe insert, a pear nest, plastic bags, mesh, secondhand rabbit ears, and an old bag. And that is such a wonderful face. I love the interpretation. That is an Easter gift. He had a really sublime face. Number 33 is Maggie, and Maggie was submitted by Jana Wang. Jana Wang is the new proprietor of a great store in town called Refill Madness Store of Sonoma. And her outfit is a 50-pound bag of Epsom salts, interpreted to look really cute. I would buy this little peplum dress. Okay, the next one we have is 32, Barbie Sew and Grow. Barbie Sew and Grow was made by artist Terry Clay, and this is a bonus Barbie right here. Not only do you get this great thimble pot, you get the Barbie, but it also comes with seed packets. So seed packets, raffia, a reused thimble flower pot, and Barbie. What a super spring gift. Right next, this is number 35, and this is Turalura Lee. And Turalura Lee, in her super cute outfit, number 35 is made by artist Linda Olson. Turalura Lee, she is made out of champagne bottle foils, a plastic drop cloth, wire, feathers, super cute Barbie shoes that were repainted and repurposed with nail polish, hot wax, and a piece of glass, with a great feather trashinator for her hair. This is our last piece. It's number 57 in the auction. It's called Birth. It is a wall piece made by artist Lexi Bakar. It is upcycled fabric that frames the sides. It is a wall hanging, all inclusive. The Barbie, you can see, has been interpreted with a upcycled fabric pom-poms, air dry clay. Lexi does work in ceramics as well. An old chain and brass wire and pom-poms. And I love it. In my interpretation, it has so much self-expression and kind of reminds me a lot of Frida Kahlo's expressive work. Okay, rounding off the show, we have a wonderful section supporting our local thrift stores that we asked to participate in the Barbie recycled notion here. The first one we have is actually from Bon Marche, and this doll was actually given to Anna, the proprietor of Bon Marche. Fantastic. Anna is actually originally from Rwanda and supports all of the donations that she gets there for Rwandan families. This is actually, I'm probably not going to say it right, but her name is Mwezi. It does mean beauty in the Rwandan language, and this is actually a recycled African batik cloth that was brought from her home, and this is a donated bracelet that in the store. Really beautiful. Our next doll is number 51. It's called Small Talk, and this was submitted by Janie Raymond, and she is a proprietor of Plain Jane's Consignment Store in Sonoma, another fabulous, fabulous, half of my house is refurnished by Plain Jane's, but this is all from a Scrabble game. Even the amazing dress. Which is a Scrabble bag. I love it. It's a perfect post-COVID outfit. So right over here, we have our largest installation yet, and it's called Piece of Thrift from the Church Mouse. Wow, this is amazing. Not only does it come with a fully furnished, recycled, made out of cardboard Piece of Thrift beauty trailer or thrift trailer, but it seems like something you would see at a festival, perhaps. It has 2 dolls, so both dolls are actually included in the online auction, number 52 and 53. So here she's selling her wares. Might I add, all of this is found in the local Church Mouse stores and thrift stores. A lovely weaving loom. I think that's what that is. Cowbells. And as you come around to this side, you'll see that there's old eraser books here, erasers that are used as books for 10 cents. Wow, talk about a great thrift store price. And then we have our other doll on this side. She's manning the chair section of the Church Mouse, a place to go and to relax. Rounding out our show, we have our last submission here. That's number 47, and this is actually submitted by the Republic of Thrift Store of Sonoma. And wow, this is Queen Corrigan of the drama Barbiton. Thank you, Netflix. This is so wonderful. It's made out of cardboard boxes, as well as coffee filters, packing material, yarn, jewelry box padding, old paints, and a broken doll stand. Wow. I love the layering effect and the shawl. very textural. Well, that concludes our gallery show. I'm happy you came and took the tour with us today. We couldn't have done it without our Barbie curator of this entire gallery was done by Chris Weller. He's on Instagram as Microcosmical, also a fantastic photographer who took all of our photos in our online auction. So visit our online auction and bid and help support the Sonoma Community Center and its programming and Trash and Fashion Sonoma. If you're local, come on down and see this fabulous show in person. You can sign up for reservations with COVID protocols in place and a docent and see all of this for yourself.